to my channel. Today we'll discuss about data types concept. Mainly we'll focus on Java data types. So data types are the purpose of the data types are used to allocate the memory space, allocate the sufficient amount of memory space in the main memory of the computer for the input of the program. So allocating amount of memory space in the main memory of computer for the input of the program. So whenever we declare any data type, already we know, so whenever we want to declare any variable, first we are going to give the data type and then variable, and we are giving the semicolon. So for example, int data type we have taken. So int data type is used to allocate 4 bytes of memory space. So the 4 bytes is nothing but 4 into 8 bits. So 4 into 8 bits is nothing but 8 for the 24 bits of memory space is going to be get allocated for the variable a. So in 24 bits of memory space, how much value we can store? Only that much values we can store in the int related variable. So the purpose of the data types, main purpose is allocating the sufficient amount of memory space in the main memory of the computer. So in the any language, if you take any C, C++ or Java, in any language we have 3 categories of data types. So first one is the fundamental data types, and second one is the derived data types, and third one is the user defined data types. So in mainly fundamental data types, so which are defined by the language developers, so which are supplied by the language developers as a part of the language software, and these can store only single value in a single variable, So whenever we declare a data type of integer, so now a can store only single value. For example, int a is equals to 10. I can store only one value. If I want to store two values, I cannot able to store two values in a fundamental data type related variables. So this we cannot assign the two values at a time for the a. So this is fundamental data types can store a single value in a single variable, and we have 4 categories of data types in this fundamental. One is integer type data type, and float data type, and character data type, and boolean data type. Again, in integer data type we have byte and short and long data types, long as well as in integer we have, these are the data types in a Java language. And again, in the float category we have 2 types, float as well as one more is the double. And character related data types, char is the data type, and boolean is the data type we have, which can store a true or false value. And we'll go to the byte and short, long, and int data type. And the size of the byte is 1 byte of memory space whenever we give the data type byte, and the short size is 2 bytes of memory space. Integer occupies 4 bytes of memory space. Long occupies 8 bytes of memory space. And when we come to the float data type, the float will occupy the 4 bytes of memory space, and double will occupy the 8 bytes of memory space. And in Java, the character allocates the 2 bytes of memory space. But in C and C++ languages, which follows the ASCII code, and in the ASCII code system, which are going to be allocate only 1 byte of memory space for character. But Java follows Unicode system. So Unicode is going to support 18 international languages. So the other language characters may require more than 1 byte of memory space. That's why by default in Java the character data type having 2 bytes of memory space. So when we come to the English language, now we are using English language to write the Java programs. So English language character requires only 1 byte of memory space. So whatever the second byte is going to be there, that is going to be wasted when we come to the Java. That is the negligible drawback in a Java. And next, when we come to the character, and in that char data type is over. Now the boolean values are true and false. When we want to store true and false values, we are going to use the boolean data types. These are all will be called as the fundamental data types, which is supplied or predefined data types, which are supplied by the language developers. And when I want to store more than one value in a single variable, so at that time we'll go for the derived data types. So the derived data types can hold multiple values of similar type, so which can store multiple values of similar type. So that means the array can store similar type of values it can store. And arrays, how to declare an array? So the first we are going to give the data type, and we are going to write the size we are going to mention, and in this we are going to store all of similar type, means integer type values we can store in that. Of type integer, 10 values we can store. So this is an arrays. Arrays is the derived data type in a Java. And one more is the string data type. String is a collection of characters which are enclosed within the double quotes. So for example, I want to store my name, first name. So just I am going to declare one variable first name is equals to, so whatever the name I am giving, that I am going to give within the double quotes. So this is the string data type, is a collection of characters, so which is also comes under the derived type. Why? Because this is derived from the character data type in the fundamental data types. So next we'll come to the user defined data types. So the user defined data types can store multiple values of multiple types. Multiple values of multiple types means, so which can store a different data types and different data types values, and which can store different values also. So that's why it is called as multiple types of multiple values which can store. And the example is the class concept and the interface concept. So in Java, the class is a user defined data type. User defined data type, and which is going to be used to store different types of variables as well as methods. So we'll discuss about more in the user defined data types, that is class, in the next classes. And interface is also it is a blueprint of a class, and we'll discuss this is also later. These are the user defined data types which can store multiple types of multiple values. So this is all about Java data types. So fundamental 3 categories: fundamental data types, derived data types, and user defined data types. So we'll meet in the next class. Thank you.